Hello again, this is Elohim and welcome to my space again. Thank you to Tim and Fernanda for the question, and I appreciate that you put in the message. Please do it in video, because if you write it in the blog, I really don't have the time to sit down in the computer, and that's true. I'm having the same situation when you work so much with your computer all day, and with the screen, with the smartphone, with the tablet, and after that in your home you are watching TV. So much screen, so many screens in the day that hold your eyes. So you can just put your headphones and listen. I find interesting that people can understand my accent without watching me talking, because when someone talk in a language that I barely understand, I need to see their faces, I need to understand all the context, all the expressions. But I imagine that that means that I'm doing a good job. So I really appreciate that. Um, you both were asking me the same question, so we're starting to have this conversation via Twitter. We I promised you make this video, correct? Um, so how do you recognize the red flags in the metaphysical community, or which community? But you can apply this to any community. Those little cults or groups that you find around, trying to do the job to convince you that they are the best group for you and they feed you very well and everything else. How do you can recognize the red flags in there, and how do you can in some way find your tribe? That's the difficult part. I can really give you many advices on that, because you need to find the people who is vibing in your same frequency. The people, it's like look for a partner. When you look for a partner, you are not looking for your half orange, because you are complete. You are not a half. You are totally complete. You don't need a half orange. You need someone else who just remind you that you are actually complete. That is what you are looking for in a partner. Sometimes when you are looking for a coven or for a group to work, it's very similar. You need to look a group where you feel comfortable, where you really feel that you fit very well. Not a group where they need to trying to transform you or turn you in something different. Uh, so metaphysical community, and I always repeat the same speech. I literally say this over and over. The metaphysical community is not the most complicated community. All the communities are like this. I work in marketing, and the marketing community is the same. And it's like the example of the school. Every time that you are in the school, when you are in your classroom, you find these different characters, archetypes of personality sit down around you. You know, it's the group of the gossip, it's the popular group, it's the bullies in one side, it's the silent guys in the end of the room, very backyard. Uh, and these archetypes, these personalities, always repeat over and over in different places, in different jobs. And in the communities, it's the same. In my experience, I think I continue believing in this, and at this moment, nobody really showed me the contrary. The most healthy community that I find, because I am in many, is the healers community. Because not because they are healers, but because uh, the topic, the principal topic of the healing community is always talk about ourselves, about our own wounds, our own damage, and about how we heal about it. So these people who just focus on this work, is not too much gossip around, and everybody's trying to heal being part of the group. So it's what I feel more healthy in many ways. I never been part of the healers community in 3 different countries. I never find some kind of gossip or some situation that makes me feel uncomfortable. But it's because it's a very specific group of people, and no, and not everyone is feels like part of the community. But when you are in there, you feel very comfortable. Now, the witches community, pagans community, the metaphysical community in general is very complex. And it's just a representation of all the others community. It's like when you have these friends who are Catholic and they say to you, oh, I don't like to go to the church because people is hugging you in the end of the misa, but after that they are talking about you, they are gossiping about you, they are saying things about you, and you see that. And when you see the pagan community, it's the same. Why is the same? Because we continue being the same humans. We are humankind. So we continue having the same mistakes. So how do you can recognize these red flags, like I like to say? The first thing that I see, and I put always like example, is this is a quote that I never listen in Spanish, but I know that in English it's very popular. It's very common that is make it as you fake it, something like that. But probably with the best pronunciation. This quote is very representative because many times we find these leaders in the community who are not real leaders. They are not leading anything. They are not leading anyone. They are just people doing classes about leadership. They are writing books about leadership, but they are not leaders. Nobody knows them. They are not the kind of people who go to take a bullet for you. They are not the kind of people who will guide you. They are just trying to sell you the book or sell you the class. You see that in all of these leaders, and it feels very, very strange, very weird, because every time that you ask, and they have the opportunity to ask this to at least 3 or 4 of them, and what do you do? And I am a leader in a community, and what are you leading? I lead in the community. And this reminds me a lot when I was living in a socialist country, and you listen the leaders saying, I'm going to give to the country, to the people, what the people want, but they end doing what they really want. And they are always saying the people, this is for the people, this is in the name of the people, this is for the people, this is what the people want, but you don't know who is the people, what is the people, is all of us really? Because, I mean, you made the question of everyone, you knock every door and you ask, or is someone that you call people and we can go to ask, oh, let me knock your door, you are people, so this is what do you want? I feel this when these people come. What do you do? They don't say that they are writers, they don't say that they are teachers, they don't say that they are customers or vendors or presenters on events, or that they are healers or witches. They say, I am a leader, I teach leadership, I write about leadership. And that made me think how many experience this person has to feel qualified to be a leader. Is the leader of what? So many times you will find this typical person. Take a lot of care about this person, because these leaders, I mean, a leader don't need to say that he's a leader. You will never see, I think, in any speech of the Queen Elizabeth saying, I am the Queen. We know that you are the Queen. You don't need to remark that little fact. You have a crown. We can see the crown. You don't need to say that. Without the crown, we know who you are. You don't see the president saying, I am the president. No, we know who you are. You don't need to remark that topic, because we know you, we respect you, and we know your work. We know what are you doing, we like it or not. You are the president. When someone presents to you and say, I am a leader, I am the leader. Really? Because being a leader is not just saying that you are a leader, it's act like a leader, it's give guidance, it's give support, it's push others, sometimes against their will, force them to do their best and act in their best, always. Sometimes people will not like you. This doesn't mean that you are not a leader. This means that sometimes you are doing a good job, sometimes you are doing a terrible job, but you continue trying, because being a leader is because you are leading a group of people, a group of persons, a tribe, a coven, your family, your group of friends, to a common purpose, to a bigger goal, So which is the goal of this person who presents in front of you like a leader? Which is the goal that you have being a leader? Oh, I'm leading others to be the next leaders. So when they end, they will lead others to be leaders. So we have a lot of leaders, and we are leading to what? You need to ask about that kind of things. You need to make the correct questions. I feel myself, I am Elohim, I me Elohim. I feel myself like a leader. I'm totally a not leader. I am so not leader that I have my small coven for 3 years ago. We are virtual now. We are a very small group. I literally create the coven. I support the coven. I organize all the events of the coven. Most of the things are virtually. And many times we find each other. We meet each other personally. But I'm not the leader of the group. I create the group and I put the most qualified person like the leader. Oh, I create this group, but I'm not a leader. I don't have the character to be a leader. I know that. I am, for the good things, I think that I am very kind. I think that I am a kind person. For the worst thing, I have a very strong character sometimes, and I can be very perfectionist and very exigent. I don't go to, in some way, waste my time trying to teach you things that I can do for myself in a better way. So I will put someone else to teach you while I am doing the things. I am that kind of person because I like that everybody feels comfortable. I don't want to risk the work of the coven that someone feels uncomfortable because I irresponsibly give the work to someone else. So I prefer do the work and put someone else to be the leader. That's something that I do. Because I recognize that I'm not qualified for that. I'm more qualified to be the person in contact. I am more qualified to organize things. I am more qualified to find the best person to fit in the coven or in the group, but I'm not qualified to be a leader, correct? Leaders, they don't wake up one morning and say, I feel like I am the leader. They don't do that. They are leaders or not. I personally, probably, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people don't believe on that, but I believe that leaders born in leaders, they have these characters, attitude, acknowledgement, a way to follow forward everything that involves their process and the process of the group. They don't just wake up one morning and say, oh, I was accountant yesterday, but now I feel like a leader. Many times they understand or they wake up in a process and they understand that they are natural leaders. And they start leading people to a common purpose, to a biggest goal that is over them. The leaders that you follow need, if they are really leading you to somewhere or to somewhat, you need to pay attention to what they are leading you. They are leading you to a bigger purpose. They are leading you to be a best person. They are leading you to be part of a better community, or they are just leading you to the link on Amazon to buy their books and their classes. You need to pay attention to those topics. Many times you will find, and this is literally many times, because I just have 5 years in the United States being part of the American community, trying to be part of the American community. And I find it many times. Literally, I can count all of this time with my hands. Many times you find these leaders, they live in this self-glorifying story full of grandiose and brilliance and power, and they speak so much about themselves. They are so self-centered, and this is something that you need to pay much attention, because when you go to the school, when you go to the college, your teacher will give you books written for someone else, and they will guide you using this book that someone else write to teach you something. I am qualified to be a teacher. This is a book that someone more qualified than me on this specific topic decided to write, and you are the person looking for this acknowledgement. So in this triangle, we work together because I need to find the way, being the teacher, to put this acknowledgement in your brain in a way that you can understand. That is what teachers does. And leaders need to be teachers, need to be good teachers. And you will find these groups of people who are so self-centered, so egocentric, so egomaniac, so narcissist in some times of these many times, that every time that they open their mouth, all the examples are about themselves. It's not for example, oh, I'm looking for information about fairies. Oh, but you know that I wrote a book about meditation, but in my book on meditation, I put this amazing chapter about fairies because it has this personal story when I was in that country and I was being part of this circle and I was doing this ritual, and so I decided to put all of this knowledge that I has about fairies in that little chapter of my book that you should buy and you should check and you should read, because my book, and please in the end remember, give me a review about my book on Amazon, because they are self-centered. They can give you an example that start from another book, from another person. Now, the contrary conversation. You know something about fairies? Or I know one or two things, but I think that the most qualified person to talk about that is that person. He offered classes about this, and he or she write books about this. I read one. They made 2 or 3 books, but I read one. I think that was pretty awesome. You could read it. Actually, I think that I have a physical copy if you want it. You can take it for borrow. Remember, give me back the book or I will kill you. But you can take it for borrow, correct? So, but in my perspective, fairies are blah, 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 blah. Not be self-centered. Leaders are not self-centered. They are not egomaniac. They are not everything about themselves. A self-centered person is that person that you say, oh, I want to take classes about Ganesha. And Elohim say, I want to give you a class about Ganesha. But Elohim, are you from India? No. Do you speak Hindi? No. Do you read books about Ganesha? No, but I have a little small statue about Ganesha in my altar in the corner, so I go to give you this class. Oh. So Elohim is self-centered because he feels himself qualified for this. He feels this grandiose concept about himself that he is able to give you that class. That is being self-centered. And many times when you are following these leaders, this is not about the community, about what we do for the community, how we're trying to bring together the community. It's most about how you can venerate them, honor them, make them bigger. Because these people, this is the thing, psychology speaking, and I'm not a psychologist qualified, but the things that I know, having worked with these different people for so many years, is that you see all of this same archetype repeating over and over. People who was the concept of invisible person. Invisible person is a person who feels ignored all their lives. Being child, being adult, in their world, they feel that their ideas are not well taken. They feel that they are invisible, so they're starting to struggle with this situation. And in one moment of their life, they don't have the resources or the environment that push them to take some help, speak with someone, maybe try therapy. They're starting to try to fill that void that they has, and they will try to take now all the attention that they feel that they don't receive before. So when this situation happens, they start crafting these self-glorifying stories that are delicious, are magnificent. They're starting to talk with you about how amazing they are, how powerful they are, how incredible are their adventures, how difficult was life for them. They don't play many times the role of the victim, except when they see that they are losing the war in a fight. So if they are losing, they're starting to play the character of the victimhood. I am the victim here. I'm just trying to be the leader, but everyone is trying to throw away me. When they are winning, they are not the victim. They are the hero. When they are selling wherever they are selling, they are the hero. Or I see that everyone in this community is so wrong about this, so I come myself to help you. I am the savior here. I am exactly what you are looking for. I am the person that your ancestors sent to you because you need to follow me, because I will take you for the right side, because I am the qualified for that, because I am the Messiah, something like that. They play the hero character, but they do it so well that they convince you. They do it with these arguments, with this speech, with this way to speak, with this, because they are really trying to convince themselves about these self-glorifying stories that they are starting to say so many things to you that it is, I mean, I can give you so many examples, but that's material for so many videos that we can do here. But they're starting to glorify themselves. They're starting to say all kinds of things. I remember I have this client years ago. This was in Venezuela, and this client, he has a very narcissistic complex. I was doing my studies in the college. I was doing all of this that I do for work. And this person was asking for readings and magical words over and over. And sometimes, because I think that I think from myself, I think that I do a good job, a good work. I never was fired up in my life. I always change of work because I do a very good job. And every time that I decide to change my work, my boss always comes to me. This story repeat over and over. They always trying to give me more money. They say, no, I think that this position in this other place is more qualified for me. So I was always busy. And being busy, this person comes to me and texts me and write me and call me over and over, so many times a day, so many days a week. And in a moment I was like, I really don't have more time for you. I'm really sorry. I can't direct you with this other person who probably is make a better fit for you, like a reader, because I don't find sense in give you readings every week. It's not about the money. I can do it for the money, it's okay. But you're really wasting your time because you're asking me the same questions over and over about the same situations, about the same topic. And this person literally texts me, you are not helping me. You don't understand, and I promise thee for all my riches and for my faith in the goddess. This person literally texts me, you don't see that I am the next Messiah and you're not helping me? And I was like, wow, this was another level. That moment I say, bye, I really don't have more time for you. Because you need maturity and you need your own space. You need to breathe. And you need to breathe away of me. Because that complex can be a little contagious. These kind of persons always repeat that behavior. And when you ignore them, it's not because you are busy, it's because you don't have time for them. You don't want to work for something bigger for the community, because they see themselves like the leader of the community. They see themselves like the whole community. It's like these dictatorships, when they want to do any change in a country, they say this is for the country, and 5, 20, 40 millions of people in the country don't understand why they are doing this, but this is for the country, this is for themselves, because they see themselves like the whole country. Like, my opinion is so important that I don't need to waste my time doing maths and equations and asking about whatever people want, because I know better. I know better because I have so many years of experience that I know better. That happens so often that you can imagine. In these communities, it's not the exception. So when you're looking for these leaders, you try to take some time to see how these people react, how self-centered they are, how narcissists they are, what things they say about others. They speak well about others, they speak very bad about others. See, I need to drink something, sorry. I am drying out here. better. Because these these persons, like I said before, they are self-centered. Sorry that I repeat so many times over and over because my English is very limited. So I don't know so many words. So construct um, phrases and quotes, and the speech for me is complicated because my level of language, of English language, is not the best. So sometimes when I just find trying to give you an idea, I just try, my brain just have like these 4 or 5 words, so put these words over and over. Uh, this person have a sense of grandiosity. They see themselves like their opinion is the best. They know better. They don't need that anyone else comes to give them any advice. So pay attention how they react to other people when you speak about other people. Because many times, I say again many times, when you speak with this person, they say to you, oh, you know, I was part of this group. I like the leader, the person who lead that. I don't personally like her or like him, but it's for other kind of people. You know, you find a very diplomatic answer like, I don't like that person, but okay. Or they say to you, oh, you know, I know these other leaders, these other groups, these other covens, in this case, in this scenario, very specific about the metaphysical witch community. And, you know, I find these groups, but I think that the leaders they can do better. But this person and this person, they are very good. And sometimes they say to you for precaution, like a little warning, you know, but take care about this person because this person can be a little problematic. This happens a lot. I'm sure that a lot of people say that about me. Take care. Don't stay very close to Elohim because he's very problematic. I'm sure about that. And these persons will refer to others. And you see that they are very transparent. You know, I like this person for this. I don't like this person for this. They are very neutral. They are very human. But when they are self-centered, you recognize this speech. I am the best because I was in all these other groups, in all these other covens, and they don't know anything. These people, they don't know anything about absolutely anything. I was in this group, they were so bad, and I was in this other group, and I don't like the leader because the leader was so narcissist, and I was in this other group, all of them were racist, all of them. No wonder was an intelligent, smart person. All of them were racist and dumbs and rats, and they were so self-centered and bad people. And they was in this another group, and this in other one, and this other one, and they tell you all of these bad stories about everyone because they are the hero. Because they are the hero in the shiny armor who survived to all of these persons, and they come to save you with the warning. You will see that. Like I said before, many times. You will see that. And you need to take precautions about these kind of persons. Because I have here I can apply the term, the grandiose opportunity to meet so many of these leaders. Many of them are very amazing people that I really love the opportunity to meet. I know leaders I don't have many things in common. We are not in the same frequency. We don't speak with each other. We don't have contact. But in any way, I have some respect for them. It's like, you know, you are a doctor, I am a lawyer. I mean, we don't have anything in common. We don't have anything to talk. So you in your side, me in mine. We respect each other, I hope. But in the distance, just to clarify, I'm not a lawyer. I am a marketing consultant. And sometimes you find these other groups of leaders who are like, everyone else is bad. Everyone else is wrong. You need to stay here, very close to me because I will protect you. And they act literally with this hand. They are like trying to hypnotize you. I will protect you. I will keep you safe. I will keep you with a good group because we are the best. That happens a lot of times. You need to take precautions about all of this. You will see people who are always, you know, why do you need to take care about the Messiah complex? This person who are like, I am the savior of the world. I know everything. And you need to take care about the narcissist always, because they come over and over. and they will convince you in so many ways. And you need to take care about everyone who don't let you find any truth around. Oh, I will ask here around. No, don't go there because I was there and this is not convenient for you. Okay, so I go to try in this another direction. No, don't go there because I was there and this is not convenient for you. So, okay, Elohim, I'm planning, I am in your group and it's very good, but also I'm thinking if I can take classes with this another. No, you can't do it because that group of people, they are not convenient for you. They are horrible people. They will say horrible things about you. And they are like to put you away to everybody else. They are like the abuser husband who is trying to put her wife always in home. Don't go to work, stay here. Don't go with your friends, stay here because who will take care of the baby? Why you go outside? You need to walk the dog. I can do it. So don't go out. Stay here in home. Don't move out. You can just go out to the market and to the park and when I am with you. These people is like that. You will find these people many times because they has a very fragile ego, very fragile. And if you are so dumb like me, these people will take a lot of care about you because when we are so dumb, I literally throw everything around because I always has my head in the heavens. So I always say, if you have a fragile ego, please stay away because I will break you very easy. They will take care about you in that way because they know that the ego is very fragile. It's very big, but it's very fragile. It's a very big statue made of very fine glass that everybody can see, but if you just touch it, this go out, this go to broke, and you will see all these shiny pieces made of lies in the floor. You will see that many times. So I'm not trying to put a lot of fear on you. I'm just trying to tell you because we are adults. I suppose that you are watching a video about this is because you are an adult person and you have some maturity. And if you're interested in being part of a coven, in being part of a group, see who is the people who is working around, see how they interact with you, see if they have stories in common with you, if they have stories about the leader, if they know her, if they works well. They comes to you and say, we can try to do this with a group. We can make a meeting. We can do some video, for example, and we talk with everyone. They are not trying to hide everyone else because I am the leader, so I don't want that anyone else have contacts between them because they will start talking bad about me. So I am very narcissistic, so I need to keep them all very away from each other. But I have contact with all of them, but they don't know who they are, and I prohibit you that you speak about this with others, members of the clan, the group, the tribe, whatever. This happens because we are living in a. This world is entirely different to the world of where grown-ups or fathers and or grandpas. They grow up, and I say this in many of my classes. We descend from very traumatized people because these people grew up with very recent stories about the First War, about the Second War, about the Civil War. They struggle with money in their life. They come from a very complicated time, so they are very traumatized. And most of the time, they don't have the resources to pay for therapy or the time to pay for therapy because they were raising children. They were raising you or raising your fathers and your mother. So they were complex people, but they don't have social media. They have the news, they have the radio, the people with more money, they have TV, they can go to the theater, but not everyone. And we grow up with smartphones, with laptops, with iPhones, with computers, with internet. We have the Yahoo groups, then we have Messenger, then we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Snapchat, TikTok. We have so many tools to stay in contact with each other, to inform ourselves about each other, to stay in contact with people who is in China, who is in Africa, who is in Colombia, who is in Austria, who is in Norway, who is in United Kingdom. We have so many tools that they don't have. And the problem with these tools, because like everything made for humans has a good side and a bad side, are very effective for many things, but also are dangerous because hold your ego many times. You see, you're starting to struggle because I don't have followers. People don't like me. People don't give me likes. People don't retweet me, so they don't care about my opinion. But they have so many things to say. Or I put this picture, but I don't really care what people think. But if I put this another picture, I will raise more followers. Or I'm texting every day via Twitter, but nobody likes me, nobody gives me retweets, so nobody really cares about my opinion. And it's weird because these people, they pass so much time on Twitter or so much time on Facebook that they struggle because they are trying to find in this distance is positive, in this distance virtual relations, they are trying to find something that and they can't always have in their own lives. They are trying to have friends very close. They are trying to raise a new family made of virtual contacts, and they find pretty complicated the way of struggle with all of these. Social media and depression, they are practically together in these times, and we are in the era of social media, but also we are in the era where we are talking about mental health and depression and narcissistic disorder personality. We are in the era of information, yes, but we are also in the age of misinformation, and it's very complex. And these people, these leaders, they are trying to convince you about how glorious and wonderful and powerful are their lives being leaders. And they are trying to sell you everything about themselves, that they are kind, that they are humble, that they are everything that you need in your life, that they are the best. They are trying to sell you that. They are trying to sell you the best speech. They want that you vote for them to be the president. They want that. They want that level of attention. And when they find that they don't receive the attention, they are starting to do all kind of things. They are starting to struggle. So their minds start to playing games with them, and they find themselves in a very weird position where they don't know how to cut your attention. So in that moment comes the arguments about their private lives. Oh, look how interesting is my private life. Or how many times I have sex in the day or in the week. Things that nobody else around really need to know, but it's important. And because I am honest. Or they're starting to throw others away. They're starting to gaslighting everyone around. Oh, stay away of this person. And stay away about this other one. You noted that these leaders will try to keep you away, not from the person who sell bread in the kiosk. They don't try to put you away of the person who sell wine in the liquor store. They don't try to put you away of the tarot reader in the corner. They are not trying to put you away of the person who is signing petitions for dogs in the street in front of the market. They try to put you away of the other person who do exactly the same job than them. Be leaders. Lead everyone else to who knows, because many times we don't know. They are like, you need to be the leader. I remember that I had a very small talk with a person in this area of expertise, something like that. And she asked me like, I am a leader of the community. And I was like, wow, but I am in the community, I never listen about you. I say that, but in a most kind political way, like I am personally. She not was offended because I use a very good work of words in that moment, in that time, but she immediately was like, someone need to lead here because everyone else around is doing a horrible job. I not ask her about that, but she is starting to say horrible things about everyone. And she says so many things about how these people is bad, how these people is wrong, how these people is doing so many mistakes. They are misleading the community, and I'm doing everything for this community because I am so humble. For that reason, I am the leader. I am the most qualified person to be the leader. They come up with this amazing speech that if I don't have the bad experience that I grew up in a very abusive environment, in my past with a very abusive partner that was mostly a mistake in my life. If I don't have that experience from the past, probably I will believe in the speech. But because I am like a tiger, I have my own scars around, I was like, yeah, perfect. Oh yeah, correct. You have all the reason. Yeah. Good. And she was talking me about practically, she literally told me bad about everyone that she mentioned. She mentioned like 9 or 10 different persons from the same community, and she don't say one good word about anyone in there. And all of this was a conversation via messenger. I can't imagine how this could be if we were in live. Probably she brings some coffee and cookies and okay, we can sit here to gossip all the night about everyone. And I was like, wow, because I don't have stories about anyone, and if I have them, believe me, I don't go to tell you. And this person was the leader. And when I asked to her, okay, you are the leader of, which is your work, like leader? You leader, and I mentioned to her, you are leading them to where or to what? And she was, I leader them. I'm doing the leadership because so they can be the leaders of tomorrow. And when you are the leader of tomorrow, you can guide others to be the next leaders. And you can lead your life. That is a probably and for sure different department. And she was, this person who is doing a very nice Kool-Aid and they drink all the jar. She was doing that and throwing a lot of sugar in there, in the same jar, probably, and some other things in the jar, not just sugar and Kool-Aid. And she was drinking it all. She was very convinced about her character because she was the most qualified person to be a leader. And when you go to the pages and websites of these people, it's everything about them. When they write, when they say a word, they literally can say anything good about anyone. Why? Because they need to convince you that it's not any other savior in the community. They are the savior. I am your savior. So don't play with others. Come here because Elohim here, I am the most humble. I am the most wise. I am the most qualified. I am the biggest that you can imagine. That's what they will say to you. And they will convince you because when they are talking, they are so convinced of the process that they need to convince themselves that they are starting to believe on this. And if you are a good empath, a good empathetic person, you will catch this energy immediately and they will convince you because they are convincing themselves, oh, I am a good leader. And you feel, yeah, you are a good leader. I am so humble. Yeah, you are. You are so humble. I am the most qualified person here. I am the strongest. I am the fastest. I am the smartest. Yes, you are. They will convince you. They will do it. So you need to take care about that. You need to look not for people who are always talking about themselves like Elohim always does. You need to look for people who are interested in, okay, you are part of this group. Why you want to be part of this group? What do you can apport to this group? I think that you can or can't do a good fit in this group. I think that you can bring something new. I think that you can't because we have other elements like you in the group, so will be like too much. They turn the good leaders. They are looking exactly which is your strength and in which area of your life you are weak. So your strength is here. Okay, I can take this and try to take this in my favor because my favor is the favor of my coven, of my group. Your weakness is your personal life. Your weakness is you are a little dumb. You are a little Elohim. Your weakness is you are too much kind with everyone. Your weakness is you can fight too much. So, being the leader, I just don't go to say to anyone that you are weak on this. I just go to try to work on this and trying to focus this area in someone else. If I know that your weakness is cooking, let me put this work to someone else in the coven or in the group or in the team. Oh, I need someone cook for the rest of the coven. Please, you can go clean because I know that you are amazing cleaning. Like this other person, Luis, you can do the food and the juice and everything else. Because I know your weakness, I know which is your strength. And when you are in a coven, when you are in a team, when you are in a group, don't care how much you talk about your coven and your group and your group is so strong as the most weak element that you have in there. And if your most weak element in the group or in the coven feel strong being part of the coven, you have the best coven, you have the best group. You don't need to show off how many members do you have. You don't need to show off how big leader do you are. You don't need to show off about how many years you have being the leader. You don't need that because people will see it when they find it. You don't need to say that you have a Maserati. People will see that you have a Maserati. Oh, you drive a Maserati, so nice. Good job. You are doing a good job. Got it. You don't need to show me that. I need to see it. I don't need that you sit down and tell me many stories about how amazing is your coven because you leader and create the best coven and the best group. I don't need that. I need to show this. I need to see this. If I feel that everyone involved is part and they want to be part, I have a very good coven. And probably they are all different characters, different personalities. They are entirely different. And they have struggles between them, but they are doing the effort to fit themselves in the group. That is a precious coven. That is a jewel that you have in there. That is a diamond that you have in there. You need to look for people who is not self-centered. You need to look for people who are not narcissists. You need to look for people who don't pass all their time just giving you all of these self-glorifying stories about how amazing they are, how great they are. Because you don't need it, because your work, being part of the coven or the group, is not pay attention to this person, it's do the work, it's do the magic, it's do the healing, it's do the protection, it's do the guidance, it's learning things, it's not learn the life of this person. So this is everything that I has to say about it. Thank you for the questions, Tim and Fernanda. I hope that you can take advantage of the video, that you can take something from here. I know that I speak a lot. That happens. I speak much more in Spanish. Take your time. Don't rush. If a coven is made for you, they will find you. If you find a place where you don't fit, continue looking. Don't worry about it. Don't have attachment or bonds to idealizations. Try to bond with the people, with the group, with the energy of the group where you feel comfortable. Maybe you are in a virtual group, like my coven. Maybe you are in a virtual group. And if you are in that virtual group, and you feel that every time that you do a meeting, like we do every Monday morning, and you see that you have 11 persons in a Zoom meeting in little squares, but the 11 are compromising the world. The 11 are always in the same vibe, in the same frequency. They practically thinking the same things. And they are always, oh, we need to, yeah, I was thinking on that, oh, we need to, oh, I have this to bring to the reader. Oh, when you find that energy, that is what do you need. You don't need, you don't need to look for the leader. Look for the coven. Don't pay attention to the leader. Look how react all the coven around. How react the people inside of the group. That is what you need to look for. So that's everything that I has to say. Probably has other things to say, but for sure I will remember after I end the video. Have a nice day. Stay well. Stay safe, and be kind with everyone else. Remember that whatever people say about you is about their perspective of you. Don't have anything to do with your reality. Bye. Stay safe.